happening, everybody? Welcome to today's video. You love that, what's happening, everybody, don't you? It's like my thing. Just dropped my phone. So, in today's video, what I'm going to show you guys is we're just going to walk through how to build bigger shoulders. Okay? How to get bigger, better, stronger shoulders. Now, the shoulder joint is a very complex joint. A lot of people nowadays have terrible posture, which puts a lot of pressure normally forward wise on the shoulder. The shoulder kind of comes forward in the socket. People get a lot of impingement issues, all that kind of thing. And I'm going to show you how today you can build bigger, better, stronger shoulders. Probably thinking, what was that funny noise in the background? I just forgot I had the heater on because it's freezing in here. It's like a snow blizzard out at the moment. Is it going to settle? I don't know, it's kind of like been the guessing game. It settles, it disappears, settles, and it disappears. But it's freezing out there. So, we're going to take you through some exercises today. And just, Oh, don't forget guys, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for more awesome content. So I always start my shoulder workouts by getting warmed up with some mobility. Like I said, a lot of people very stiff, very tight, looking at phones, all that kind of stuff, computers, bad posture.
You don't have a double chin. What you do have is bad posture. So all you need to do is 2 steps. Bring your shoulders up, back, and down. Bring your chin slightly forward and then slightly down, and look at the difference that makes.
So you want to kind of open that shoulder joint up. And normally I start that with a couple of exercises, because the more open your shoulder joint and everything is, the better contraction you're going to be able to get and range of motion and everything you're going to be able to get through those shoulder muscles, then the better off you're going to be at building bigger shoulders. So to start off with, we're going to do a broomstick stretch. Okay, so you can do this using a resistance band. I've got an actual broomstick handle here. We can do it using a piece of pipe, or even just your arms just doing circles backwards. So you're literally just keeping your arms straight and coming up and over, trying to get a good stretch, opening up your chest and shoulders, not bending at the elbows, so you're not kind of going like this to get the stick further back. It's all about keeping your arms as straight as you can and just feeling your shoulder blades and your shoulders and everything move around. I'm going to do that like 10, 15, 20 times just to loosen everything up. And trust me, if you start your shoulder workouts by doing things like this, I guarantee you, or any pressing exercises, even pulling exercises when you do pull-ups, basically just before you work out, guarantee you're going to have a better workout. Everything's just going to feel more fluid. Okay, so after that, come up against the wall, and then we're just going to stretch out the shoulder again, doing a similar thing, but I'm sitting right up against the wall. I'm going to drag my arm up, rotate my hand at the top, and come round as far as I can, and then back again. Same thing, this is just loosening up if you've got a tight chest. If you're tight all through the front of your shoulders, and just regaining that mobility all through that shoulder joint. And then when you come into the rest of the workout, it's just going to feel really good. Again, you want to do that like 10 times on each side. Okay, so I'm feeling pretty loose and nimble through the shoulder joint after that. Now, every shoulder workout, the majority of people want to start with your weakest muscle, and for the majority of people, it's the rear delt, because you don't train it enough. Like I said, you get that overuse of everything at the front in everyday life, so everything comes forward. Your rear delt's normally pretty weak, and you can't see it. You know, if you're looking in the mirror, it's not the first thing you see, so it's not the first thing the majority of people want to improve. But actually, by targeting your rear delt first, you're targeting the muscle that probably needs the most improvement while you've got the most energy. And it's also just going to warm up that shoulder better because you're pulling it backwards to where it should be and getting it into a good position then to come into all the pressing movements and everything afterwards. So, we're going to start with a band pull apart. Okay, but we're going to do it slightly different. What I'm going to do is you're going to push your shoulder blades apart to start off with, keeping them spread apart, and then pulling the band apart without bringing your shoulder blades together. And what this does is it solely isolates all through that rear delt, because as soon as I bring it back here, my shoulder blades, traps, rhomboids, everything else comes involved. But by keeping that out dead straight, pulling apart, it's just targeting just those rear delts. And you're basically just going to burn them out. Do as many reps as you can. And then, straight after that, I'll then come into a full pull apart where you squeeze the shoulder blades. So now, you're still targeting those rear delts, but you're bringing everything else involved after your rear delts are already tired. Okay, so then you just proceed on to do like 3-4 rounds of that, just till your rear delts are full of blood. Okay, so next up we're targeting those rear delts again, okay, with a similar movement to what we're doing on the band, but able to go a lot heavier and using the dumbbells. So chest supported, we're going to want to bring our chest right to the top of the bench, okay, like so. Then we're going to grab hold of both dumbbells, and again I'm pushing my shoulder blades apart. I don't want them to come together during this movement. Okay, my chest is right at the top, squeezing my shoulder blades apart, and then arms dead straight, dumbbells facing in, just lifting out to the side, controlling it with those rear delts. So that there, again, taking your shoulder blades and upper back out of it, and it's just all through your rear delt. But by doing it on here with the chest supported, you're able to overload the rear delt with some heavier weight as well. And the idea is, you're trying to control it, so I'm not letting the dumbbells swing back down, I'm controlling it on the way down, and my rear delt is bringing the dumbbells back down towards each other. I'm not touching them because, again, the moment they touch, there's kind of a rest there. I want to keep that constant tension throughout that muscle the whole time. Then what I'm doing is I'm going straight into a superset, so same position, similar thing to the band. Now we've gone down to a considerably lighter weight and we're going to bring it all the way back. Now bringing the shoulder blades and everything into it so that it just targets, finishes off those rear delts nicely and brings everything and ties everything across that upper back in together. So same position, sliding right up to the top, dumbbells pointing in, and then lifting all the way back, squeezing your shoulder blades. Okay, so then we're moving into another rear delt exercise. So this one we're going to use a straight bar. And what you're going to do is you're going to step in front of the bar and then grabbing hold of it behind your legs. I'm going to bend forwards at the hips, keeping my arms dead straight. I'm going to lift the bar back. So one of the functions of the rear delt is to also pull your arm down straight. So if you pull your arm down like this and back in this plane of motion, then you can really feel your rear delt pop at the back. So by doing it with the bar behind your back, one, you can only come down so far, so you can't swing it all the way out in front, but two, you keep your arms straight and you're doing that same movement, but it keeps you fixed in that position. And then you're just going to kind of do it, high repetition, as many reps as you can. Okay, so this next one is similar sort of range of motion to what we were just doing with the bar behind your back. So pulling that arm straight down. But this time what I've got, and you can do this using a cable machine, but I've got a resistance band tied around my bar, you can tie it around your rack. Anywhere where you just have a sturdy setup and you can put it up high enough so that you can pull down. Like I said, you can use a cable machine and a stack to do this same thing. but I don't have one of those, so we're using this. So with the arm dead straight, grabbing high enough up the band or putting a heavy enough weight on the stack to keep your arm straight, drive your shoulder down from your ear and pulling back with that straight arm. And as you come back here, you're really firing up that rear delt. And I'm only coming far enough forward to keep that constant tension through that muscle. So don't bend the elbow, keep your arm really fixed, because otherwise what you'll find is you're going to activate your tricep a lot. We want to keep that arm straight, and it's just all through that rear delt. And then you're just going to do as many repetitions as you can until that rear delt is on fire. And there you have it, some rear delt exercises that are just going to put your shoulder into a better position. I said boulder because I was thinking about the word better. Anyway, it's going to put your shoulder into a better position because it's going to pull it backwards. It's also going to make your shoulders look bigger and just give them a fuller look. You're going to fill out a t-shirt better because you're getting that big bulge on the back of the shoulder as well. It's going to make your waist look smaller because your shoulders look wider. But there's some rear delt exercises to just grow those because most people undertrain their rear delts, okay? Yes, you can target them when you're doing back movements, rowing movements, stuff like that, but I like people to also target them separately. Even clients I have that aren't interested in building bigger shoulders, we have them doing rear delt exercises, like I said, from a lifestyle point of view, because they spend a lot of time on their phones, they spend a lot of time sitting down on their laptop, at their computer, slouching in front of the TV, sleeping on their sides in bed, so we're pushing that shoulder forward. And training those rear delts is just going to help pull it back by strengthening the muscle on the back, as well as also some rotator cuff work thrown in there as well. So guys, if you like the video, give it lots of thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And you know, if you're not going to do it for the exercise tips, at least do it for the beard, you know, because I'm really making an effort with the beard for you guys. So, you know, if you're not here for the exercise tips and you're here for the beard, give it a subscribe.